And what's going on, dude? It's your boy Andy Matrix. I'm back with another video. I am back live on YouTube. Sorry,
What's
I haven't
up?
been doing the show lately. I'm here with MacBall Gaming.
Hello, guys. What's up? It's me, Magbo Gaming. This is the second time here with Andy Matrix. I am honored to be collaborating with him again in this show. So thanks a lot for having me here.
Yes, and actually, me and MacBall, we've been doing videos for Angry Guy, which is a really cool dude.
Yeah,
We cover a lot of fun topics, not just like nerd culture talking about Nintendo, but also like social issues, which is it's been really fun.
yeah. As a
It's
matter
been
of fact,
really, really, really fun.
I just finished a video for Angry Guy today, this tonight actually.
Oh yeah, me too, actually. Yeah,
Nice. I have
very
a
interesting.
delivery to send shortly.
Cool, cool, man. And I actually got a new microphone because on Angry Guy, my
Oh,
microphone is
sweet.
always like not every video, but it's like every 3 videos, like my microphone just stops freaking working. So I just got
Really? That's
yeah.
random.
Not that it stops working, it makes this static sound, like and it's just I don't know. Like when I think the problem is gone, it always comes back. But I got me a new mic, so hopefully I found really cool.
Awesome.
I actually like the quality of this mic. It's a dynamic. It's just awesome. Anyways, I'm getting too excited here, dudes. But there's been
Mhm.
a lot happening in anime. There's been a lot happening in gaming. Consoles are on their way out. Although people still like to collect consoles, but like the way that the industry is looking, um, whether the industry is looking, there's this a lot of things are changing, as technology is evolving. A lot of things are also changing, so I think in the future, I mean, I keep telling this to people, and I'm not saying this just because I love PC gaming, not just because I love
Mhm.
PC gaming, but also because it's just, I mean, if you look at everything that's happening, it looks like that's where we're going. You got this in it looks like the future is also very handheld because we got the Steam Deck, which is a handheld gaming
Yep,
PC.
that's the
We
one I
got the
have.
the Asus ROG. We got that. We got the what else we got? We got
Lenovo Go as well.
the Lenovo Go. There was a Logitech
And
came
now
out with
there's gonna
one.
be an Xbox, and now there's gonna be an Xbox ROG Ally that's
Yeah,
gonna be like $900, right?
nine what?
That's what I heard. That's what I heard from
Nine
a friend of
hundred.
mine.
Oh wait, hold on. I
Or
think I know
eight
what you're talking
hundred.
about. I think I know what
Uh,
you're talking about because it's gonna have like 1 terabyte, 1 terabyte of 1 terabyte of storage. It's
yeah,
gonna
my
have, I
Steam Deck has
think,
that too.
I think it's gonna have like 16 to like 20 something RAMs, which is amazing.
Wow, that's pretty good for a handheld device.
Yeah, it's dude, 16 RAMs of memory. That is freaking that like you can run
It's
any
halfway to
PS5
my
game on it.
PC. It's
Yeah,
halfway as strong as my PC now.
yeah. How many RAMs does your PC got?
32. 32
Damn.
gigs
I mean, I have a
on
laptop.
both
It
of
only
my
just got
PCs.
16. Yeah, man. I like tech. I like tech. So,
Oh yeah,
oh,
I love
and
that too.
also you said that you work in IT, right?
I was an IT help desk agent for a few years, like a few years ago or so. I'm currently just freelancing now.
Okay, so I'm glad you said that because I want to talk about the outages that have been happening for the past few weeks. The outage that
Oh
happened.
yeah,
So
the Amazon, the AWS thing
yeah,
that's
the
been going on.
AWS. Now I've also studied IT, but I've actually never worked in IT. I just kind of like study. I
Yeah, I
studied.
mostly do help desk customer service. I haven't worked on anything super advanced except for like
Yeah,
2 months on hand in a Lufthansa and stuff. That's about it.
yeah. I mean, I messed around with Microsoft Azure and a couple of other cloud services, but yeah, I think we've been relying a little too much on Amazon, and because if you understand IT, it used to be that every single company, and I mean every single company, would have a computer network right there in their building,
Wow.
right there in their building. I don't know if you remember, and this is back in the 90s, I think the 80s too. So a company, let's say like your local, I don't know, your local tech company, or or most companies, they would have, I don't know if you've seen it, but it's like maybe you've seen it in the movies. There's like this big room where like there's like a whole bunch of servers in there,
Oh yeah.
and
I'm
that's
familiar with
for the
it.
data. Yeah, that's where the data
That's where all the data is stored.
of the company would go. And schools used it when I went to college in Houston Community College.
There's a
Um,
huge database there in
yeah,
those servers. A lot of
yeah,
precious data.
yeah. So when I used to go to college, the school would have its own room with a bunch of servers, and that's where they would host everything, right? But that
Mhm.
has changed. Now everybody's like relying on all these other services like AWS, Microsoft Azure, and
So they
Google
don't have their
Cloud.
own servers. They're using big company servers now,
Exactly, and
and
that's why,
subscription-based service too.
yeah, and that's why it's dangerous. You know, it's better to go
To
back, take a
rely.
couple of steps back, and host our own, websites. With our own
Like the
servers.
internet, right?
Yeah, because if you host it, let's say you have a server in your home. You can, I don't know, macbogaming.com. You could host it from your house, but everybody around the world can still access it.
Yeah, and
So,
even if the sites go down on their end, I'm still gonna be able to access my website. You're saying, right?
sorry?
That even if everyone in the world is disconnected from my server will still be intact as soon as I put myself online again, right?
Yeah. I mean, most, you leave your server on 24/7, obviously,
Hmm.
and everybody around the world is able to find it, plain and simple.
Yeah,
Um, and that's how we used to be, but now we're relying on somebody else's servers, because they think it's easier. And I mean, I guess if you,
convenient.
it's, but there's a lot of inconveniences because then somebody else is in
Yeah.
control of your website, and that's dangerous.
And all your data too.
Yeah, all your data. But anyways, let's go ahead and start with our first topic here. Let me go ahead and screen share. Hold on a second.
Okay, having the list here
Uh,
now. Hello, JD.
uh,
How's everything doing? Yeah, that's one of my friends, by the way, watching us.
all right, dude. So you guys see that?
Yeah, I see it.
All right, so here we are, videogamechronicles.com. It says Xbox biggest competition isn't another console, but TikTok and movies claim executive.
By the way,
By
I
the way,
think
I
I can
think I
hear
can hear
myself
myself
talking. You
talking.
may
You
want to
may want
fix
to
that.
fix that.
What happened?
Yeah.
Wha-
Whenever
Whenever
time I
I
talk,
talk,
I can
I
hear
can hear
myself
myself
talking
talking.
on your end. Yeah, so
Uh,
you may have to put headphone settings on the screen share or something. Sorry about that.
oh, okay. Let me try that again. Hold on.
And maybe some will hear echoes too.
Okay, here we go. So share audio. No. Okay. I removed the audio from the window. How's that?
Testing. Yeah, I think it's good now.
Okay, there we go. So now we can all see it good. Okay, so basically, it says Xbox Mad Booty claims multi-platform push.
Hmm.
It says Xbox Studio has claimed Microsoft no longer sees other consoles as its biggest competition. The president of Xbox Game Content and Studios discussed the gaming division's multi-platform strategy in an interview with the New York Times published. Coincide with news, Xbox historical flagship franchise Halo is coming to PlayStation for the first time.
That's
Yeah,
crazy.
because that is in. I said this. I knew this was going to happen. I've been saying it on my channel that exclusivity. Companies are going to start getting rid of exclusivity because of reach. Is because
They
of
want more
reach.
reach. Except for Nintendo, of course. Nintendo will probably never do it anytime soon.
Well, Nintendo, they're and if they do, they're probably going to create their own little like kind of like their own type of Steam service.
Yeah, that's more possible. So you can access their apps in a TV or a PC or whatever.
Yeah, so you can play Super Mario on their platform instead of Steam and Epic Games. So
Yep.
yeah, that's what I think is gonna happen. But look, yeah, Xbox is they're going multi-platform. But I mean, Xbox is no longer Xbox because one of the most recent things I heard, this is like a couple of years ago, they said they're gonna come up with like a cloud-based console where like you have to connect to what the heck? You have to connect to the internet to be able to play it, and that sounds like a very inconvenience for many people. You just want to kind of like put the game in and play, right? Instead of having to
Yeah.
connect to the internet all the time. It's very inconvenient. What is this with this ad? My God, Just keeps
That's
popping up.
why. Well, that's the problems I have with some websites sometimes that they have way too much ads for their own good.
Yeah,
I know they're trying to make money and stuff, but I'm like that's a little bit too much.
yeah. No, for real.
Mhm.
What were you saying? But yeah, you know, but because now you got the Xbox Game Pass, right? And you can pretty much play that anywhere on your phone. You can download on your phone, on your tablet, on your computer,
Yeah,
on
everything's an Xbox these days.
everything's an Xbox. And when everything's an Xbox,
There's no
nothing
point in,
is.
and then at this point, like, why buy the Xbox console when they do two price increases this year alone?
Oh yeah, that's right, that's right. $70 games, right?
And now they even raised the price of the dev kits too for
Really?
developers. Yeah, recently.
Oh, the dev kits, that's for the programmers.
Yeah, pretty much. The programmers that makes Xbox games now they're ripping them off too.
Damn. So they're probably not even gonna want to put
They
their
may want to just go to different platforms, like making games for Steam, for PlayStation, heck, even Nintendo at this
Yeah, I mean,
point.
there's still a lot of freedom on Steam, unless of course you're an anime game, then that's a whole different story.
Ooh, that sucks. Yeah, that
Yeah.
payment processing threat that they did, right? That PayPal was gonna reject payments for certain
Hmm.
anime games or something.
Yeah, yeah, and but that's for Steam. But yeah, Xbox is you know they've lost the console war. The console war is pretty much over because
Oh yeah, 100%.
now it's just PC or Nintendo. But
And
now I
PlayStation in
guess
some ways
yeah, I guess now is just PC because Nintendo is losing so much popularity now. With their
with the Switch too.
with the Switch 2.
A lot of
People are
buyers
just
remorse now.
yeah, and now it's gonna be a retro gamer. you know,
Uh-huh.
Either you're gonna be playing on your PC these new games, or you're just gonna be a retro gamer. And then the PS5, I had
Or
a
Zelda
PS5.
Seven Seas with Luffy.
Yeah, and I had a PS5, and I actually sold it because I said, man, spending all this money and then the PS5 disc, the game is not actually there. It's just
Is
like
it on just some games? Because I heard that there are certain, well, a good number of games that are completely on the disc, but that all depends on the game. That's what
yeah.
I've been hearing on YouTube. Like there are some games, like AAA games, that are not completely on the disc, like the Doom, the Dark Ages, and stuff like that. And maybe there's a
Mm.
few others that I know of, but there are some that are completely on the disc too. But you have to download some data for it to run quickly on the PS5, I guess. Taking hard drive
Yeah.
space,
No,
like
you're right.
PS4.
You're right, and eventually is we're gonna get to the point where the games are not even the games are just gonna be a completely digital because um,
Pretty
every
much.
company is trying to go digital. Either if it's not cloud gaming, it's just just you buy the disc, but it's actually like a key card or something like a key code to play the game. Basically, what
Hmm.
Nintendo did with the game key cards. Basically, that's what it is. So you might as well just be a PC gamer and just play full digital and save a lot of money too with discounts. Because you find like 50%, 20, 30% discounts on Steam on many games year round.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
especially Epic Games that every week there's always seems to be a new free game for me to collect for.
true.
And I have over 100 games on Epic Game Store that are free that I got for free.
No, yeah, true, man. And but yeah, that's pretty much the future Xbox. And honestly, maybe I'm gonna sound like like a jerk here, but I've never really liked Xbox because and one of the main reasons why I never liked Xbox is because
Same here,
it
man.
it didn't have enough like RPG games on it. I've always been an RPG gamer, and
True.
the
Besides,
PlayStation, the PlayStation had all the cool Final Fantasy and RPG games and action
oh
games, and
yeah, 100%. They were the
then
king of
the
RPGs.
Xbox. Yeah, the Xbox was always like a Halo and Call of Duty type of console, like for shooters, for
It was
first
for
person
shooter
shooter.
fans, pretty much. There were a couple of JRPGs that were exclusive on the Xbox 360 back in the first few years of it coming out when PS3 was struggling.
Hmm.
So I don't remember what they are, but I remember Tales of Vesperia used to be an Xbox 360 exclusive for a while. You remember that?
Yeah, in Lost Odyssey, which was
And
from Square Enix.
Blue Dragon as well.
Yeah. Lost Odyssey was from Square Enix. Was there? Yeah, Blue
Yeah.
Dragon. I remember it was on Xbox, but that was not enough for me to buy an Xbox.
Yeah,
Square
it
had
wasn't. Same
that.
here. PS3 it just had a lot more, and PS2 was still bringing out games when 360 first came out.
Oh yeah. And speaking of the PS5, here on the PlayStation website blog, it
Mm.
says Halo campaign evolved launches on PS5 2026. So
It's
Halo's
no
coming to
longer
the
an Xbox
PS5.
thing.
Yeah, so exclusivity is over, but guess what? PlayStation is also putting their games on other platforms too, on PC. They're starting to
Yeah,
put more and more of their games on PC.
I guess it's also on Xbox as well, right?
Um, Halo, this one?
Yeah, this Halo game
Oh yeah,
is
I mean,
also
yeah,
on
of
the
course, of
Xbox
course,
Series X.
yeah, of course.
Yeah.
And yeah, but I'm saying that it's the exclusivity is pretty much going to be completely over soon because PlayStation's
Pretty.
putting their consoles, I mean, their games on multi platforms, even on the Nintendo Switch too. So, uh,
Halo's coming on Switch.
oh no, no, not Halo campaign, but like
Oh,
other
okay.
PlayStation games. Like for
Yeah,
example, Final Fantasy VII remake is coming to the Nintendo Switch too.
yeah, that's the integrate version.
Yeah,
The
they're
one
gonna have
with
to dumb
Yuffie.
down the graphics though, but yeah, it's coming to the
Hmm.
as well as Hot Wars Legacy. But similar to what Square Enix did, because Square Enix they said, you know what, and this happened after the failure of Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, the most recent one that came out.
Wait, it was actually a failure?
Yeah, because Final Fantasy VII remake sold, I think, more than 5 million copies, like 7 million, I think. And then the
Mhm.
Rebirth, because it was stuck on the PlayStation console, it only sold 2-3 million.
Oh, and even 2-3 million was actually considered a failure because of the development time.
Well, let me put it this way: Final Fantasy 16 sold 6 million copies, and no, I think it was, I think, 4 million, something like that.
Yeah,
But
for PS5.
or PS5, and they didn't make such a big deal about that one not meeting their numbers. But with Final Fantasy 7 Rebirth selling 2-3 million, no, I think it sold 2 million. It
Oh,
didn't reach. It was like reaching 3 million, but it didn't.
okay, that's pretty
Uh,
wild
yeah, so
because
they were
you
like
would think that it will sell way more, right? Because
they
it's
were
more popular.
But they were very upset. They were very upset, is what I'm trying to say, because they were expecting to reach at least 5, 6 million, 7 million, and it didn't. It was stuck on the PlayStation 5 platform. And the reason why the first one was so successful is because it
It
was
was
it,
multi-plat, right?
well, hold on. It came out on PlayStation 4 first, right? It came out on PlayStation 4 first. Now the PlayStation 4 has over 100 million users.
Indeed.
So, and then the PS5 only has 50, 60 million users. So half the user base that the PlayStation 4 has.
That is very true, and it was just recently that this year that the user base has caught up with PS4
Yeah.
from
No, but I
PS5.
mean PS5 still only has 60 million. It's not even up
Yeah,
there.
in total, right? Of sales.
Yeah, 60 million users in circulation basically.
Oh, okay. And what about PS4 right now?
PS4, the PS4 are 100 million. So double what PS5 has.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure some of the PS4 owners already upgrade to PS5, so there's definitely a lot less than 100 million right now in the ecosystem playing because others are PS5s.
Yeah, yeah, but the point is that there weren't enough like the PS5 was not, they didn't have the same amount of user base, and that's why Final Fantasy
True.
didn't sell as much. Like if Rebirth would have come out for the PS4, like
Which I would have
remake,
loved.
it would have sold 5 million, 6 million easily,
Hmm.
right? And the only thing that's kind of saving it now is that it came for PC, and for PC is awesome. I already beat the game,
Oh
so
yeah,
I already beat the
yeah.
game.
I started playing recently on PC on on the second PC that I have that could play it, and it runs really good. I
Yeah,
love it.
yeah, it's pretty amazing. Yeah, so Halo's coming for PS5, and they're gonna, Xbox gonna start releasing more games for PS5, but Xbox games, quote unquote Xbox game, or games that are owned by Microsoft, they're gonna be multi-platform eventually.
Hmm. I think if anything, all of them will probably be multi-platform.
Because you got to remember when Microsoft bought Bethesda?
Yeah, a few
Yeah,
years ago, right?
so that's their asset. They have an asset, and all they got to do is release games, put them out there in multiple platforms, and just make profit off of that. And that's how they're gonna survive, I believe, because recently they said that the Xbox Game Pass is not profitable right now.
Wow, and that's why they're increasing their prices because they're trying to make profit out of it or something.
I guess so.
But a lot less people, a lot of people are probably canceling it too because of the price increase. Like it went from $15 to $30 for the premium one, right?
Oh yeah, you're right. You're right. Yeah, you're right. I didn't think of
Yeah.
that. Yeah, like I said, I don't keep up with Xbox that much, but yeah, I know that they increased their prices recently, which caused a lot of people to unsubscribe.
Hmm. No
And
surprise.
yeah, and they said that the Xbox Game Pass was not profitable, and apparently it hasn't been profitable for a number of years.
Huh.
You know, for a
That's
number of
wild.
years.
I think there's a lot of people that are like, well, I prefer my physical game collection over being on the Xbox Game Pass ecosystem because all the games there, even though I have access to it, and I don't own any of these games once I stop paying, pretty much.
Oh yeah. All right. So let's go ahead and move on to our next topic. We got a lot to talk about today, man. Hold on a second. What do we got? What do we got? What do we got?
I think the next one will be the Final Fantasy VII Skip original play remake, according to the list you gave me there.
Wait, hold on, because I added one. Okay, I did. Yeah, I added this one. So here we are at Sanka. Can you see that?
Oh, My Hero Academia movie.
Yeah, we are at Sankoku Complex. Says creator Kohei Horikoshi, very involved in Netflix
Ooh,
live action Hero Academia.
ooh, I would
So
love to see that.
I know that a lot of people don't like live action animes, and I understand. It's very understandable why people are very skeptical about it. I actually, and I don't blame you. But
The One Piece
but
one. It
if you
was
watch the
amazing.
One Piece live action, you know, okay, you know that if put in the right hands, it can be very successful. And
Hmm.
Eiichiro Oda, from the creator of One Piece, he was very involved in the live action. And if Horikoshi can be very involved with My Hero Academia, it can also be a hit, right? Can also be a hit.
Yeah.
And I've been telling people for the past few years, like since like 2022, if you really like anime, if you're an anime lover, stay on Netflix. Do not unsubscribe from Netflix. Okay, I'm
Oh
I'm still
yeah.
subscribed from Netflix.
I'm still on
Um,
Netflix and Crunchyroll.
Honestly, on Crunchyroll, I go back and forth with Crunchyroll, because in Crunchyroll I'll subscribe for a few months, then I'll get off, then I'll subscribe again, get off, and subscribe again.
Why you do that exactly?
Yeah, because once, for example, Demon Slayer, once the new season of Demon Slayer is over, poof, I'm out.
Oh yeah, because you're only there for the newer shows, right?
Yeah,
Makes sense.
yeah, and but with Netflix, I stay subscribed on Netflix because they just have a lot of good anime coming in, and
I gotta watch
uh,
Sakamoto Days on Netflix very soon.
yeah, I haven't watched it. But yeah, Netflix has been doing a good job with the live action. Though they have all the Rurouni Kenshin live action movies are
Oh
actually on
yeah,
Netflix.
speaking of that, Rurouni Kenshin, Bleach, Yu Yu Hakusho, and of course One Piece all have their live actions there, and they're
Did you
very
watch
good.
the Yu Yu Hakusho live action?
Yeah, I loved it. It was definitely
Yeah,
a different story plot compared to the anime, so it's a different experience altogether.
but it was cool, right? It was awesome.
Yeah, it was one of the best. It
Now,
was up there with One Piece.
I will say that Kurama, the way that Kurama looked, I didn't really like it.
Oh really?
The fox guy,
Hmm.
I didn't really like the way he looked. I thought that they could have made him look more realistic. But other than that, like, dude, the fights. If you're into martial arts, the Yu Yu Hakusho live action show was dope. I mean,
Yeah.
it was something else.
Hmm.
You know.
It was pretty amazing.
Yeah, so I'm actually looking forward to this. I'm not a My Hero Academia, fan. I never was. I don't think I even watched the first season of it, but I watched some of the movies, and I can tell you that, yeah, I mean, it's a pretty cool show. It's a really good shonen show, and and also remember, it's superhero. Americans are really good at making superhero movies, and if it's in the hands of
Yeah, that's
Netflix, it
true.
should do tremendously. Now, my question is, here's my question. Are they going to use Japanese actors or are they going to use American actors? And I think they're going to use American actors for the simple fact that if you know, what is it? That one character, All Might,
Oh yeah, he represents America,
he represents
and
America. He's big and
he,
buff.
and Midoriya's attacks are named after states of the United States as well.
Yes, exactly. So I think they're going to have to use an American actor, especially for All Might, this tough blonde dude. So they're going to have to do that. So they're gonna have to do what One Piece did and use American actors and mix actors like some Asians, some Americans,
Hmm. That's
and I
true.
think it's gonna be cool. I think it's gonna be pretty dope. So
Yeah, looking
uh,
forward to that. I have a question though. I know other than Dragon Ball Evolution live action, which was not good at all, I guess that they should have started making actual good Dragon Ball live action, like they did with Yu Yu Hakusho and Bleach and One Piece.
yeah, and we have the technology to do it, but the problem is, especially with the fans, like you see when you take something, I mean, because everybody liked the One Piece live action, but when you take something like Dragon Ball that has like this very what's the word I'm looking for? I guess like an elitist fan base where like people are very what's the word I'm looking
They're
for?
very strict on what they really want to see or
Yeah,
something.
they're very strict on what they really want to see. But then again, Dragon Ball fans, I feel like they'll watch anything as long as in Dragon Ball because Dragon Ball Super. I hate to say this, man. I didn't think Dragon Ball Super was that great. Blue hair, white hair, red hair. Goku was basically the Power Rangers.
They were basically, trying to expand the ideas of a Super Saiyan. First, it was golden hair, then was red hair with the God, then it was the blue hair, and then it's the gray hair with Ultra Instinct. And I think there's another one too, but
But yeah, the point is that you know I mean, I lost my train of thought. But the point is that Dragon Ball fans don't watch pretty much anything that's Dragon Ball because Dragon Ball Super was kind of whack. In a way. I mean, I watched it, but it was kind of whack. And there was a lot of fan service, fan service like bringing back old characters and using old stuff because I think they realized that they messed up. They messed up the story of Dragon Ball, so now they're trying to like
Mhm.
reverse.
Yeah, hopefully they come up with that live action for Dragon Ball. That's really good.
All right, so let's move on to our next. Here we go.
Hmm.
Okay, so I wanted to talk about this because Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, Final Fantasy VII franchise in general is super popular. Like
Of
first is
course.
Final Fantasy VII is the first one, and then after that is 10, right? So I know here in America, 7 is more popular than 10, but in Japan, 10 is more popular, right?
Oh, that's interesting. I didn't know that.
Yeah. So here, Bounty into Comics says Final Fantasy VII Rebirth director recommends new players to skip the original and get first impression from remakes. And I think that's a bad idea. I think it's a bad idea to tell people to just skip on the original. And the reason why I say it's a bad idea because they're kind of missing the experience of what it was like to play the original and for the PlayStation 1,
They're
with
both
the plot.
different experiences. Exactly. One is like a turn-based RPG, and the other one is a full 3D action base. Active. Is
Yeah.
different stories as well.
Yeah, active combat. But
Mhm.
here's the thing. Here's what people maybe they miss or they don't understand is that the new one, the remake, it was an alternate universe to the original. If you play the game, you'll understand.
Oh yeah, I sure did. So I
Yeah,
could definitely say something about it.
and I hate that. I hate alternate universes. I don't like time travel bullshit. And they added some time travel crap in there, which I hated. It doesn't like necessarily like overshadow the story, but I hate it because it's something that I believe this is what ruined like Marvel Comics. It's the multiverse, the time travel, and just yeah, the
They
multiverse. I don't like multiverses.
Yeah, they're just trying to try so hard to expand the universes, which is not always necessary. But I guess there's some people that does like it. Me, I'm kind of neutral on it, but yeah, I get what you mean. It's good that they stay true to the story as well.
Yeah, it's like
That's what a remake
like
is.
if you watch Avengers, right? If you watch Avengers Endgame, like
So,
To defeat Thanos, they had to go. What's it? They had to go to an alternate timeline, and they had to go to an alternate time. Oh no, or Thanos came from an alternate timeline to their timeline.
hmm
And that's how they defeated Thanos, right? But it was just a lot of jumping through time, which can be very confusing. In time jump stories, I'm not a big fan of those. Some movies do it right, but like most of the time, it's just it ruins it.
yeah,
And this is exactly what Final Fantasy VII remake did. Is just creating an alternate timeline, basically an alternate Final Fantasy VII universe.
so it's different from the original then.
Yeah. So if you play the game, remember the those ghosts, those what you call it?
Oh yeah, those goals that were surrounding Midgar and stuff. And
Yeah.
I definitely don't remember seeing them in the original, so that's like a new plot twist there.
Yeah, no, they were not in the original. Those were added to the game because they wanted to because those things are supposed they're the ones controlling the timeline, like the multiverse.
Oh yeah, I noticed that as well. And
That's why
they
they were
kind
there.
of prevent certain timelines from being altered and stuff too, like
Exactly.
making sure Cloud don't die and stuff.
Yeah, making certain things from preventing certain things from happening.
Kind of changing the
Um
system too.
yeah, it's I don't like it. I don't like what they did, honestly. The original is still better. And recently they were thinking of they mentioned that this the third installment, I don't know what they're going to call it, but the third installment of the game, they're saying that they might try something different with the battle system. And I think it's because they realized that they screwed up.
They
They
screwed up
messed
with the
up.
battle system on the first two games. You're saying?
Well, they screwed up with the game itself. Like like it seems to me that they're realizing that they screwed up with like the whole multiverse shit, because similar to what what the creators of Dragon Ball are doing, you know
Oh yeah,
it,
multiverse.
if you watch Dragon Ball Daima on Netflix, right, the new
Uh huh.
Dragon Ball with Little Goku.
Yeah.
One of the reasons why a lot of people are saying that they decided to create that one is because they realized that that's what people like the old stuff, the old Dragon Ball with Little Goku, because
Instead
it
of Dragon
was,
Ball Super, right?
yeah, instead of Dragon Ball Super. So that's why they kind of went back in time. Oh, let's make them small again so that people come back and watch the show.
Oh
And don't
yeah.
get me wrong, it was a good adventure, but still, like it was.
hmm
They realized that they messed something up, so they had to go back and try and
So they're
retry it.
trying to create another the original timeline where there's no Whis, Beerus, God of Destruction, Super Saiyan Blue, and all that stuff, right?
Well, it's a little too late. Like they already, Whis is there, Beerus is there,
Yeah,
but they just
Toyotawa was meant to
created.
be manga, so it's
Yeah,
like
but
kind of
they
like
just
canon.
yeah, but what they do, they just write different stories that are not all about power. You understand?
hmm
Oh yeah, and the power scaling in Dragon Ball is absolutely ridiculous
Oh,
now.
it's crazy.
It's just like it's it doesn't make sense anymore. So and yeah, but I think I'm trying to I can't wait to see what they do with the third installment. Well, what they're gonna call it? Are they gonna call it Final Fantasy Seven Revolution or something like that?
Do you think they're going to announce a trailer for it next year?
I don't think so. I don't think so. What I really want to see is Kingdom Hearts 4.
Oh yeah, I was wondering what happened with that project. I know it's still in development, but wow.
it's
We'll be waiting like a long time for that now.
no, but that's just how it is. The third game took like five or more years to make.
That's what I heard too, actually.
Yeah, and it was such a long way. It didn't come out to like 2018. The third
It
installment.
was a long development cycle, just like GTA 6 is doing right now.
Yeah, and I mean for Square Enix to do that same mistake again, make people wait like a billion years. I don't think so.
Yeah,
So they
there's only
better.
so much time we could wait until we become old men in order to like finish off the Kingdom Hearts story as a whole.
Yeah, exactly. And they better drop a trailer next year, early next year, or something because. Or maybe what they're gonna do is first they're gonna finish off Final Fantasy VII, the trilogy, and then they're gonna finish off Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah,
I
I mean
think.
the whole thing started in 2002, right? And we were teenagers or kids at the time.
Yeah. I was a little kid, man.
You think we're gonna be in white beard and everything by the time we finish Kingdom Hearts completely?
Well, let me put it this way. I'm 30. I just turned 36 in October, so happy
Yeah,
birthday to me.
Huh. Happy
And I
birthday.
have.
I'm
Thank you.
38 now.
Thank you. And you actually look younger, but
Oh, thanks. Yeah, a lot of people say that.
I think that I only have 4 more years till I'm 40 years old. So
Me too.
if the
2 more years.
trilogy doesn't end before I'm 40, man, I'm not gonna give a shit. If by the time I'm 45, they drop it. They announce the release. I'm gonna be like, yeah, that's cool. Bye. Because
The
it's like
happiness
I'm not
is
gonna.
not there anymore.
Yeah, the joy is just not there. It's like because you got to remember, and a lot of people say this is that Square Enix used to be a company back in the 2000s. They will release multiple RPG games per year. So on the same year, they will release a Final Fantasy game and another RPG.
Yeah, because I think development time was a lot less back then. It was
Yeah,
more
because
simple,
the
but they keep
the
evolving.
the PlayStation 1 and PlayStation 2 didn't have such heavy graphics. But
Yeah,
now, ever since the PS4, PS5, like now games are taking like 5+ years to finish, which is ridiculous. And you know,
yeah,
what's funny? You know what pisses me the most is that modern day technology moves faster. Like within like 6 months to a year, we have a new technological advancement. I mean, look at AI.
yeah. AI is. I think eventually AI is going to be making games at the speed of light and stuff.
Yeah, and these studios they take 10 years to make one game. I mean, who was it? What game was it? It was Beyond Good and Evil.
Yeah, I think there was also Duke Nukem 2011 that it took more than 15 years to make, and it failed big time.
Yeah. Uh. Yeah. Beyond Good and Evil Part Two. It's still in development. They haven't finished it. That game
Wow,
has been in
that's super long.
development for 10 years, more than 10 years
Whew,
now.
damn.
And the original game came out in the early 2000s for the GameCube and shit.
And when did they announce the development of Beyond Good and Evil 2?
It was like in 2014, I think 2015, something like that.
I wonder if One Piece will end before that thing comes out.
No, that's probably not. Probably not.
Yeah.
All right.
What's
All
the
right, let's
next
move
topic?
on. A little bit more anime. I wanted to talk about this because I've been like keeping track of the anime cinema, or what I started calling the anime cinema.
Mhm.
All right, so this is. Did you watch Chainsaw Man?
I watched the first season a couple years ago, I think.
I like Chainsaw Man. It's a cool anime. It says Sony topples Disney at
Yeah.
the box office with another major anime win for North American fans.
Wait, Chainsaw Man's from Disney Plus or something?
No, no, it belongs to Sony. The
Oh.
movie.
Oh,
The
okay.
m- yeah, the movie is distributed by Sony. So basically, Chainsaw Man beat Disney in the box office, right? So anime has been releasing movies. First, it was
Hmm.
I know they had a Jujutsu Kaisen movie recently, but also
Demon Slayer as
the
well.
Demon Slayer movie made $600 million. That's half a billion, right?
Crazy.
And that's what this with the Infinity Castle movie, and then there's the Mugen Train movie, the Infinity Train
Hmm.
from the previous one that came out in 2020 during the pandemic. That one
Yeah.
also made half a billion, so 500 million. So the Demon Slayer movies altogether have made $1 billion, $1 billion.
Yeah, so it comes to show that anime movies in theaters is starting to become very in high demand in America because there
Do
was
you know
barely any of
why?
that before. Why?
Is because if you look at what's happening with Hollywood, Hollywood has been making shitty movies.
Oh yeah,
Uh,
too much. They
and
did.
also the layoffs. There's been a lot of Hollywood layoffs, shitty movies, political unrest. Um, Also, all the things that have been happening in Hollywood, like just like the houses burning and the political unrest over there, and also a lot of Hollywood actors getting caught being, PDF files.
Oh no,
So there's just a lot of things that destroy Hollywood. The movie
it's
industry,
not
and
the
the
same anymore, Dan.
no, it's not. It's not like. And now a lot of companies are leaving Hollywood. So the creators of Marvel Studios left. No, Marvel Studios. They were in Georgia. But now they moved to the UK.
Wow. So now they're going to make movies in another country, right? Not
Yeah,
in
they're like
Hollywood.
yeah. Hollywood. A lot of Hollywood studios are leaving. They're going to. I think there was one that moved to New Zealand. I think it was New Zealand.
It
I forgot.
comes to show that America is pretty corrupt compared to many parts of the other world. I guess
Oh
when it
yeah.
comes
Oh
to
yeah.
socially.
Yeah. So much that they ruined their own industry.
Uh huh.
So, and what anime is doing, a lot of these what Japan is doing, they're looking, oh dude, bro, there's like no good movies in theaters. Dude, let's take this chance. Let's make a movie. Let's release the movie on theaters. Because like the Infinity Castle movie, that is the ending. That is the ending of the Demon Slayer. If you read the manga, that is the ending of the Demon Slayer series, the
Huh.
Infinity Castle, and they're gonna make, I think, what two more movies that are gonna come out in the next like 2 4 years, right?
Oh well.
So instead of like releasing episodes, like one final season with 15 episodes, they're releasing movies.
Of certain series like Chainsaw Man, right?
Yeah,
That
they're
basically
releasing.
instead of like another anime season, they just release a movie of the whole arc, right?
Yeah, of the whole life. So instead of like making 10, 15 episodes, they'll crunch it up into a movie.
Which will be like less than like about 2 hours at the
Yeah, two
most long.
hours, 2 hour movie. And it's working. It's really working. Like, cause Chainsaw Man, same thing. Chainsaw Man, this is the Chainsaw Man first movie. And if this one does very well, instead of releasing episodes, they're just gonna release movies.
I think
And
Dandadan is also testing the waters as well with the
Dun Dun
Evil
Dun?
Eye. Dandadan, yeah, with the Evil Eye movie. They did the movie first, it did pretty well, but they also did the anime
I
season
haven't
as
heard of
well.
that. Oh wait, hold on. We
Yeah,
got Akuma Productions. He said box office. Well, it has become the new Hollywood.
box
Yeah.
office.
Let me see. He says, anyone remember that Mafia Carlito away when the layer took the money and killed a man and the gangster defendants say you're a gangster now? Well, anime when Demon Slayer makes $1 billion. Ah, okay. But yeah, anime is the new Hollywood now. Anime is the new Hollywood,
Yeah,
and I want you to keep this in
love
mind.
it.
I don't know if you've been paying attention, but Hollywood, as much as Hollywood have been trying to like take over anime for the last like 3 4 years. They're trying to insert themselves in Japan and take over the anime industry. And
Oh
I
boy.
think they might be successful at that because the Japanese population is actually going down to the point where like it's getting easier to like infiltrate their culture.
Wow. Is that gonna be like a good thing or a bad thing, I wonder?
It's a bad thing because if anime is made by the Japanese, I want the Japanese to make anime because that's
Yeah,
that's how
that's
we
where it
get
came from.
that's how we get all the good stuff. So if
Yeah,
you have these Hollywood idiots coming in
they're
and
gonna
then
ruin it.
they're the ones running the show, they're gonna do the same shit that they did in America and ruin it.
Yeah, that's not gonna be good. Yeah, I understand now.
Yeah, so it's good that anime is like releasing movies, and I think there's gonna be animes where like instead of releasing like a whole season, they're just gonna release a movie and profit off of that. And this is good for anime studios because a lot of anime studios struggle to make money right? They struggle to make money, and so by releasing a movie, they can make a couple of $1 million to keep themselves afloat, to keep themselves above water.
And because they usually they make a lot more money with movies than with series.
Yeah, I mean, think about it. In order to make money with anime, they don't make money off the anime. You know how they make money? Merchandise, right?
Oh,
T-shirts, video games, toys,
hmm
figurines.
the popular ones usually are the ones that get the merch, not all
Yeah,
anime.
Funko Pops.
Oh yeah.
That's how they make their money. Naruto has made millions, probably billions of dollars by now with toys, T-shirts, clothing,
Hmm.
figurines. That's how they made their money. So this is good for them because it takes less money to make an anime movie than an American Hollywood movie, right?
Uh-huh.
So and then they can keep a lot of profit. So this is good for the anime studios to keep themselves above.
Yeah, I don't want to see the anime studios going out of business and stuff. I always like to see like new anime stories that are actually could potentially be amazing in the future.
Yeah. That being said, I don't think animators are gonna get paid more money.
That's the sad thing. Does Ishiro Oda get paid a decent amount of money though for his
Well,
manga?
Ishiro Oda, you gotta remember, he's the creator of One Piece. He makes millions.
Okay, yeah, because there's a lot of mangakas that don't make much money compared to that and stuff.
Yeah, you have to. It depends on the anime. Depends how popular the anime because I know like the creator of Chainsaw Man. Chainsaw Man is not as popular as other anime, but Chainsaw Man, I'm telling you, like the creator, he's making good money. He's making decent money, at least in the six figures.
Oh, okay.
Um. So yeah, anime is the new Hollywood.
Hmm.
Anime is the new Hollywood.
That's good to know.
All right. Let's go on to the next. All right, so here we go here on Psychical Complex. So I actually wanted to
The
talk about
goat.
this because this was actually very you know how we on Angry Guys YouTube channel we talk about like nobody wants to have kids, people are not dating, blah blah blah, right?
Oh yeah, the Manosphere
So
stuff.
yeah, manosphere stuff, right? So this is closely linked to that. This is closely linked to that because here it says Japan's kidults, basically kid adults.
Yeah,
J-
because we're
J-
still into anime, we're still into video games, we're still into collecting figurines and plushies and stuff like that.
Yeah, so Japan's kidult market hits 5.3 million people. So basically, there's 5 million people in Japan alone. They're the ones spending money on figurines, on manga, on toys. So imagine a 30, 40-year old still buying toys. Okay. Um, if
Hmm.
our grandparents, they'll look at us and they'll be like, dude, what the hell? Why are you 30, 40 still buying fucking toys? Right. You also got to keep in mind that generation back then they didn't have all these things, they didn't have all these distractions like we do.
Exactly. Our generation grew up on pop culture and stuff like that,
Yeah,
unlike the baby boomers and maybe sometimes the Gen X as well.
yeah, the Gen
Even though
X.
Gen X did grow up with comic books and movies and stuff like that, so
Yeah,
they
oh
kind of
yeah,
understand us a little bit better. The
yes.
baby boomers, not really.
Nah, baby boomers are jerks, but all right, let me not go there,
Mhm.
but seriously, yeah, because back then, if people would start a family if they can afford it. So because they can't afford to start a family, they're like, all right, I'm just gonna spend my money on my hobbies, you
Yeah, that's
know
pretty much what I do.
yeah, screw that. That's what I'm doing. That's what a lot of people here in the West are doing.
Yeah,
When rent is cost $3,000, 5,000.
that's why I'm still living with my parents today because look, the rent is not even worth it.
Yeah, the rent is fucking ridiculous. I don't even
Especially
know
with
how
the
this
low
is like.
cost, the low wages today, like you could barely get around. Like you're not gonna enjoy your life.
Yeah, like the wages are still like at $18. Even in America, $18, $20 an hour is still not enough. It's not enough,
Oh,
like for real.
yeah, I used to think that 13 and 14 was enough here in Puerto Rico because the cost of living was pretty low back in 2017, 2016. But nowadays, you need to get paid at least 25 to $30 an hour to actually live decently, or maybe even
Actually,
more.
I'm gonna make it worse for you. You ready? You ready?
Go ahead.
I'm gonna make it even worse for you. So I think it was a Pew Research. They're saying that in order to live comfortably in America in this modern day of high prices, in order to live comfortably, you have to make a minimum of $66 an hour.
What? I thought it would be like 40 to 50 at the most.
Well, I mean, you can survive on 40 and 50, but it used to be back in the 2010s. Back in the 2010s, if you were making 25, 30 an hour, you were good. You were good. But
Yeah,
now with all this inflation shit, the rents going up and all that, they're saying, oh, you got to make, yeah, about 60 an hour.
I
To
don't
be
like the fact that here in Puerto Rico the wages are still $12 to $15 an hour, sometimes even $10 an hour. Like, how am I gonna get around? How am I gonna progress in life with that type of wage?
Well, I mean, how's the
Yeah,
cost of living over there for like
at least
groceries and all that?
at least the cost of living, well, it is higher than it was before, but compared to America, is actually more manageable. And even the houses are more cheaper here in Puerto Rico than, for the most part, than the states.
Mm-hmm.
I can't say. I think it depends on the house too. Like, a lot of houses are small here in Puerto Rico, more simple and stuff. A lot of houses over there in the states are more complex, 2 stories. They're not made out of concrete; they're made out of like cardboard for
Yeah,
the most
cheap
part.
wood.
Here
No,
in Puerto Rico, the house is made out of concrete for the most part, or wood.
that's better.
Yeah, that's my house is made out of concrete and wood.
Yeah, I don't know why the American builders use like cheap ass wood to build
One
houses.
hurricane, because a hurricane passes by, well, the house is destroyed. Here, a Category 5 passes by, my house is still standing.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, America got to step
Exactly.
their game up with houses, with
They need to
buildings,
learn
man.
from Puerto Rico in that part.
No, yeah, it's true. It's true because I mean, I'm driving around. I still see houses being built with fucking plywood. Just as I mean, I can punch through that wood with my fist.
It's so low quality, and they're asking for like six-figure,
Yeah. Oh yeah.
prices. It's crazy.
Yeah, like $300,000, $500,000 for a damn house.
And some of them being up to a million.
Yeah.
That's bullcrap.
Okay, but let's go back to our
Yeah.
topic here. So it says recent survey by entertainment firm HappyNet finds that Japan now boasts roughly about 5.3 million people, adults aged 16 to 60. Damn, we got 60-year-old people buying toys. Who buys toys and children's content for themselves? Collectibles, plushies, figures aren't just kids stuff anymore. They're adult escapism powered by nostalgia and spending freedom.
Well, to be honest, the people that are 50 years old right now, when Nintendo first came out, they were probably teenagers still.
Yeah. So
And they probably got into Nintendo around that time, some of them too.
yeah, there's a lot of long time fans. A lot of long time
Yeah, older than
fans.
we are.
I mean, I'm still watching freaking Dragon Ball. For
Yeah,
God's
same
sakes.
same here. And I watch One Piece. I play Mario at times. I play Kirby sometimes. All that stuff. I'm not ashamed of it.
I mean, at this point, there's no point in being ashamed of it because now it's
Exactly.
all popular. It's all popular. Anime is
It's
popular.
acceptable, socially acceptable now.
Yeah, now it's
I'm happy
socially
about that.
acceptable. Everybody's watching anime. A lot of people are starting to play video games now, especially after the pandemic.
Oh yeah, there's a lot more. Like, I'm
Oh,
almost 40, and I'm still gonna be playing games, and I'm still gonna be watching anime by then.
you know what? One of the most recent things I heard, there's
Mhm.
older people. I'm talking about like senior citizens, 70, 80 years old playing video games to
Well,
pass
that's
the
very
time.
interesting. And those people are baby boomers.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. You know.
Those are my dad's generations.
All right. So it says nearly half of the buyers reported they purchase in impulse because the items make them feel nostalgic, and about 27% said it was because I couldn't buy them when I was a kid. Yeah. So nostalgia. So the most popular categories included plushies. Plushies, 48% said, followed by collectible toys, cars, character figurines, about 30% returning to the hobbies after achieving financial freedom. Yeah, you see, so a lot of people that are like finally, like, I don't know, they're like 40, 50 years old, they got financial freedom, they're making a lot of money, or they're financially stable. They're like, let me spend some money on that thing I wanted when I was like 10 years old.
Can you imagine when you collect these stuff when you were a child and you still have them like 3 decades later, a lot of them are worth a lot more than they were back then. So
Oh
if
yeah,
they
thousands.
decide to sell it, that's their retirement fund right there. I mean, they're using Pokemon cards as their retirement funds, cryptos, video game collection. They're being used as retirement funds as well, not just the 401k anymore.
Yeah, one of the things I saw was the the Harry Potter books, the original
Yeah.
Harry Potter books from the 90s and 2000s.
Oh
Like
yeah.
if you got one of the original editions of Harry Potter, one of those books can has the value of 5,000. You can sell it for
Whoa.
5,000.
Whoa. That's pretty nice.
Yeah, but only the original copy, like the first few original copies, those will get you $5,000.
That came out in like the year 2000. Because I remember around that time, that's when I started seeing Harry Potter books being
Yeah.
released and stuff.
Yeah, I read the first four books, so yeah, man.
Wow, I was
If I
12
had
years old
kept
back then.
if I kept one of those copies in good condition, $5,000, man. That'll take you quite a
Yeah,
quite a long way.
and that's how people are funding their investments now. They're not working 9 to 5 jobs. They're doing their own thing, and they're collecting assets like their collectibles, their video games, their cryptos, everything like that.
Yeah, man.
That's how I feel.
People are finding different ways to live. I mean, right? I mean, look at me. I do fan art. I
And
do
doing
drawings.
freelancing as well. You do drawings, you do YouTube videos for Angry Guy, stuff like that.
Yeah, man. Gotta have the side hustles. Gotta have them side hustles, man.
If it weren't for the side hustles I got, I would be broke right now because I haven't been able to find a job for over almost 2 years now at this point.
Yeah, it's a lot of people in similar positions for like, especially now in this economy. There's been like what up to I I have counted a little over 3 million layoffs, and they're still laying people off.
They're not
Like,
stopping, aren't they?
yeah, the layoffs
Thanks
are
to
not
AI.
stopping. So we're gonna reach 4 or 5 million layoffs pretty soon.
How much layoffs do we have currently if you know
Yeah, like I said, I counted because I counted back in September 3 million layoffs, right? About 3 million.
wow, that's pretty
With
big.
what's happening now with the what, like 300,000 in the last month, and government employees, that's getting close to 4
Right.
million.
The government shutdown as well. We don't know when
Yeah,
that's coming back up.
government shutdown. We don't know when that's happening. Yeah, we're getting close to 4 million layoffs.
There's a lot of
And
people are going to be cooked.
yeah, oh heck yeah, and a lot of people are gonna be forced to to start their own side hustles, because what other choice do you have?
Yeah,
This will be a
that's
good
how you're
time
going to
to
survive.
promote. This will be a good time to promote Angry's content academy, Creator Academy.
Creator Academy or the Crypto Academy.
Yeah, because we were just talking about this.
I'm just so used to promoting it on this channel, my
Yeah,
making
yeah, I
videos
know.
for this channel and stuff.
Yeah, I almost started promoting it for a second.
Yeah, but you get the idea. We gotta be self-sufficient. We cannot depend on these corporations in order to fund us anymore like we used to.
Yeah, man, it's
It's gonna
getting.
be tough, but that's what motivates you to find stuff to, make you some money at least. Even if it's not as much as when you were working for a corporation, but it's a good way to start.
Yeah. So I think years from now, freelancing is gonna become a big
The new
business.
normal.
Freelance is gonna be like the new 9 to 5 eventually.
Yeah,
You
and I
know.
like it that way because you can choose your own hours. You're not under any constraint of any bosses and stuff. Like, 9 to 5s are gonna die within the next 5 years at
I
the
believe
least.
so, especially with AI. I believe so.
Yeah, by
All right.
2030. Yeah.
Yeah. So it says here, Akuma Production says, and get this, this saw Sean Blazington video are losing food stamps. Trump is taking them away, and people gonna riot and loot for Thanksgiving.
They're probably gonna do it sooner than that because November 1st they're not gonna receive their first SNAP benefits.
Yeah, that's
From what I
exactly what's
heard.
happening.
Uh,
Oh man, yo man, I said November 1st. I'm staying home. I'm staying home the first week of November. I'm not getting out of the house. The only two. I think I'm just gonna order groceries online.
do you work from home or do you work for a corporation? By the way.
I've been working from home since 2020.
Oh, so you're still remote since the pandemic.
Yeah, because my company, they in 2020 they went remote, And ever since then, they said we're not going back to the office. Screw it, because they save a lot of money by having people work from home.
Oh,
So
that's interesting.
yeah, and they also don't have to pay for other services. I gotta pay for my own internet. They don't.
Yeah, and I have a friend that also works from home now that used to work at the job. But
Hmm.
recently he got another job that actually pays him more money and he works from home, so it's not bad. So
Yeah.
so it's a call center thing, but
Hey, anything, dude. Anything. Don't
yeah.
be at this point. Don't be picky. Don't be
No,
picky at
I
this
know.
point.
I've been trying to
Like
apply for remote jobs, but if I don't get it, well, I got my freelance things and trying to expand on that at least.
listen, man. If I got laid off or fired, I would freaking work anywhere. I'm lucky enough that I can do DoorDash and Uber Eats. Do food delivery.
Oh,
Uh,
nice.
I might do that full time if I lose my job. But I'm blessed. I am very blessed, man.
Yeah, you're blessed because if you lose your job, at least you got something else to fall back on.
Yeah,
I mean,
and there's people. Mhm.
I've been like unemployed for almost 2 years now, and I'm still not broke. So I find ways to make money one way or another. That's what
Yeah,
you
man, you
guys need to
got it.
do.
Um, but yeah, that's the reason. Oh, and especially in this economy, there's not gonna be a lot of baby making. So I
No,
think
yeah, there's gonna be less younger generations,
yeah,
as
there's
we
gonna
go
be
on.
less younger generation, and then you're just gonna have, and then companies are gonna continue to rely on adults to spend money because what else are they gonna do?
But
What
there are
else
gonna
are
be
they
a
gonna
lot
do?
of future adults that won't have money because, and a lot of them are probably gonna become future criminals too. So there'll be less spending, I think, if it goes on the way it is right now, of course.
Yeah, man. Yeah, if it keeps going this way. So yeah, companies like Hasbro, even I think even Lego, they're probably going to be targeting like millennials and Gen Zs that collect toys.
Yeah, because we have been doing it since we were kids. I don't collect Legos, but a lot of people do.
Yeah, but that's going to be the target audience, and then they're probably thinking, oh, okay, we'll target the 30, Gen Z and millennials, and then if anybody has children, um, they will probably buy toys for their kids. You know,
Hmm.
yeah. I think that's how it's going to be.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And I cannot wait to. I've been thinking about. No, there's not a lot of people that talk about this, but a lot of people talk about Gen Z. I know Angry Guy likes to talk about Gen Z a lot, but
Oh
I
yeah.
want to see. I am very curious as to how Gen Alpha and Gen Beta are gonna turn out in the next 10 years.
Oh boy.
I want to see what are these kids gonna do
They're
because
already exposed to too much brain rot, iPad kids, and I heard that they're not doing well in school as well. A lot of
yeah,
them.
that's exactly what I heard. Because back in the 2000s and 90s, we would tell people go to college, get an education, and then you'll be able to find a decent job, right? I
Hmm.
don't know what to tell people now. I don't know what the heck to tell them. What do you tell them? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Basically, just follow your own destiny, learn new skills, monetize them, do whatever it takes so you could have more control of your finances. Pretty much.
yeah, we're not even in that
I'm
in
not gonna
the.
tell them to go to college anymore. Like future
No, heck
generation,
no.
I'm not gonna tell them to go to college.
No, heck no. Because it's like, well, for what? To put themselves in debt and then be unable to
Exactly.
pay it. So like,
Mhm.
what are you gonna tell kids? Gen Alpha and Gen Beta, like, well, maybe you should go to college and get into debt if you can pay it off. I don't know,
I will never tell it to a kid. That's for sure, or a teenager.
man, because now you gotta learn multiple skills, and I mean
Yes.
multiple skills. Even
Uh
shit
huh.
that you don't want to learn, you gotta like. For example, I learned how to fix my own car. Like in the last year or so, I learned how to fix my own car, and I haven't had to go to the mechanic as much. Thank God.
Now I'm gonna have to learn too, because I've been spending a lot on the mechanic for certain parts that obviously I cannot do on my own because I'm not skilled. Like the
Hmm.
coolant issues that I had this year, I spent almost $1,000 to get that thing fixed.
Mm,
It's
yeah.
crazy. Thankfully, I was able to pay it off, but it hurt a little bit, especially when I didn't have the job. So you could imagine how I feel there.
No, yeah, I get you. I get you, man.
Yeah.
And we got to learn multiple skills. I mean, there's people even learning, like, I think gardening, like
I
planting
mean,
their own food.
my dad's been telling me to learn how to fix cars in some way, so in case anything happens and he's not around, well, I could be able to defend myself. So I see that there's value in that. So
Yeah, of course. Yeah, and again, you're gonna have to learn things that you don't want to learn. I hate fixing my own car, but I did it
same.
because
I know how to fix like simple stuff, certain stuff like maybe changing my tires. I have an idea of what to do, or filling the tires with the gas
Mm,
tank and then filling coolant and water and the chip battery thing. But that's as far as I go for now.
yeah. All right, so let's go to our final topic here,
Amazon
and
AWS, right? The last one.
yes, this is the last one, and I'm gonna, I'm
Okay.
gonna pass it over to you because you have more experience in IT than I do. So
Okay
the
then.
title here is Wire.com security news this week. Amazon explains how its AWS outage took down the web. The web.
Yeah, I personally did not do too much research on this, but I saw a video from Angry Guy where he explains that AWS pretty much maintains the majority of the internet that we currently are in. And if a lot of these servers go down, then a lot of parts of the internet are going to be offline. That's what I
Oh heck
understood
yeah.
so far.
Oh heck yeah.
So it's pretty much we're relying on AWS for almost everything we do on the internet today. And can you imagine if the entire database of AWS, like as a whole, goes down? There's a lot of internet related stuff we won't be able to do anymore. Imagine we will be offline from TikTok, from Facebook, from Instagram, from making payment process like PayPal, all that stuff, and credit card payments as well. I guess a lot of them. Oh, that's why they need to have like different servers stored in different locations out there. I'm pretty sure there's some out there like that. You just not, but we don't know if they're completely like gonna replace AWS if something happens drastically in the future. But how long did the AWS outage last? Because I don't remember that part.
I think it was 24 hours, something like that. Because like my job, because in my job they used AWS,
Hmm,
and we were having trouble like the whole day. The whole
dang,
day. And get this,
that's crazy.
I'm pretty sure that even Amazon they host their their content on AWS too.
Yeah, like
So
their website, Amazon, and also the Amazon Primes and the videos and all that stuff.
yeah, man. So we become too reliant on just a few companies: Google, Amazon,
Oh yeah,
and what's the other one? Google, Amazon, and
Microsoft.
Microsoft. Yeah, Microsoft. Just too much relying on them, and we need to start being a little more independent. You
Yeah,
know.
that's why people use Linux.
Yeah, yeah. I've never used Linux. I've never used it, but maybe I should give it a try.
I only used Linux a little bit back in the day on my laptop when Windows XP lost support in 2014, and then I replaced that old Dell laptop of mine with Linux until it died completely a year later.
Hmm.
And I also have the Steam OS, which is a Linux operating system with instant Steam Deck.
Hmm.
So I could consider that as Linux as well. But you get the idea.
Yeah, man. Yeah. So like I was telling you a little bit earlier before we started the show that many companies, back in the day in the 80s and 90s, companies would host their own servers. There would be like a whole room, right? There would be like a
Mhm.
room where like they would have their own servers and their own
Back in
data
the
would
day,
be
right?
there. Sorry.
Back in the day, like every company were hosting their own servers, and then if there's like a widespread outage, it doesn't affect the internet as much as it does now, right?
Exactly. Exactly. Yeah, it does. It doesn't affect it wouldn't affect the company that we able to continue to operate. Because their data is right there, right?
Uh-huh.
And even if there's a power outage, like their data will be safe because it's in their servers stored in their own computers,
That's why
right?
the blockchain is a thing now, because they're peer to peer and everyone has their own servers and their own blockchains all over the world. That's why crypto is much better than, those traditional monopolies that, a few select companies try to control Web 2.0 right now. So Web
Yeah,
3.0 is going to be mostly blockchain based, right?
I believe so.
I mean, that's the future, I believe.
Yeah. Some people say that there's a lot of flaws with that, and I can see it, but I don't know. I don't know. We
Yeah,
haven't. We're not at a
it's only
point where
gonna
like
get better, but with time.
yeah, but we're not at a point where like you see people making payments with like Bitcoin and Ethereum and XRP.
Oh yeah, you can start making payments directly on Coinbase now. I heard for
Making payments
services.
how?
I don't know yet because I just noticed that there is like a pay tab on my Coinbase app, like in the middle of the bottom. It says you could pay. So I don't know if that's going to be used with merchants in the future that accepts Bitcoin or other cryptocurrencies, but it's very interesting, honestly. And I'm pretty
Hmm.
sure the Ledger wallet is going to have that feature in the future as well. Right now, it's just a store of value to me. Like it's not something for me to waste on right now. It's just
Yeah,
a
that's what
store
I'm doing. I just been buying a lot of XRP because I know XRP is gonna be one of the ones to like go to the
of
moon.
XRP. Yeah, XRP, LTC, um, ATOM that I'm earning staking rewards every week, stuff like that.
Yeah, but yeah, hopefully, a lot of these companies they wisen up and start creating their own servers.
Yeah,
And
they
it's
need
not
to do that.
just, and also hospitals, airports, you know,
Im-
airports too.
They depend on AWS as well.
Yeah, AWS and Microsoft. Because I don't know if you
Oof.
remember last year. I think it was last year, sometime around. No, I think it was last year. No, early this year in February was it? I think it was February, where like the it was
Oh,
called
the plane
CrowdStrike.
crashes, right? The plane crash.
Yeah, it was called CrowdStrike, and even like the airports were affected
Right.
by it, and like airplanes had to do emergency landings.
Because they depend on AWS or something like that in
All
order
it,
to function their flights thingy.
it was no, well, that time it was the Microsoft system called CrowdStrike or some shit like that. I don't know.
Oh, okay, yeah. I think it was this earlier this year that had the plane crash, but I wasn't so sure if it's from AWS or something else.
Yeah, but yeah, well, it was that. But man, I forgot what I was gonna say. Damn it. Yeah, but I feel as though they're gonna use that. They're gonna, like the people at the top, they can use if everything seriously goes electric, goes digital, then they
Mhm.
can use the shutdowns,
Whole
the
digital
power
future.
outages. Yeah, the power outages to to get away with certain things. That's what I'm afraid of.
Yeah, then they're pretty much gonna control everything in existence when it comes to technology.
Yeah. But we'll see where the future takes us.
The
This
old digital future where we will own nothing and be happy, but we're trying to. Me and Andy are trying to fight against that though
Now we'll
by
find a
owning
way.
assets.
We will find a way.
Yeah,
There's gonna be people that they crack the code. There's gonna be obviously there's always the people that give into the system, and there's people that crack the code and get out of the system. So
exactly. There's always gonna be two types of people when it comes to that.
yeah, so we're reaching the end of the live stream. So wait, let me get this off the screen. We're reaching the end of the live stream.
Mhm.
So yeah, man. So I've actually had fun.
Oh
I don't know how
yeah, it was a
often I'm
good
gonna do
stream.
these. Yeah, I'm not sure how often I'm gonna do these, but
I may do a stream like monthly for now pretty soon. So if I do a live stream on my channel, I could invite you and I'll let you know if you want to join.
yeah, let me know and I'll join you. No
Yeah,
problem, sir.
sounds good. So yeah, the comments there weren't too many people, but at least there were some people talking about certain things.
Yeah.
I've decided next year I'm gonna buy mobile Y a mobile Y apartments nowadays are expensive. Yeah, you could get like a camper or a tiny house or something these days for at a fraction of the cost, I think.
Yeah, there's people that they buy a van, like a regular, like a regular like family van. They just turn it into like a mini apartment.
Yeah, they
You
put it
know?
on the land that they purchased perhaps and they live
No,
there
but I mean
now.
like a vehicle, like those like those minivans.
Oh, okay, where you could use that to travel anywhere, but you could live there too.
Yeah, you could put a bed in there, put like a power station to charge your devices. Have a little like a little cooker, electric cooker.
Oh yeah. No,
Yeah,
that'll be
there's
nice.
ways. Listen, modern technology has made it easier for people to survive. Back in the day,
Oh yeah.
you end up in the street. It was harder to survive, but now, there's many ways you can survive. You just gotta do the research.
Yeah, gotta be creative and stuff like that.
Yeah, man, gotta really use your
Gotta have your
noggin.
resources too.
Yeah. And honestly, it takes a. It's not. It's really not that expensive. Like it takes a couple of maybe $1,000, but like, but people are doing it here in America. There's people living doing van life. They're doing they're
Hmm.
doing living in their cars. Some turn like a whole car or van into like a fucking mini apartment. It's amazing. Like the
Wow.
things that
Well,
people do.
from a
There's
car
people.
to an apartment. That's
Yeah,
cool.
because like they remove the back seats and then they just turn it into like a like a little mini apartment.
Dedication for sure, honestly.
Yeah, there's people that are building their own tiny houses.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's just the technology has advanced so much that people are saying, you know what, I'm gonna do this shit myself now.
Uh-huh. So you could pretty much live off grid and not depend on the government because the government is just, BlackRock's buying up almost all the houses out there,
Oh
so
yeah,
they
oh
could overcharge
yeah,
you as well.
yeah. They spend billions of
T-Mobile
dollars on housing. They bought a lot of houses in a lot
trying to
of
monopolize the
neighborhoods.
whole thing, so everything will
Yeah,
be expensive.
yeah, and that's one of the reasons why the rent has gone up because you got these corpos buying up the houses and they just charge you whatever they want.
Yeah, I
You
mean
know?
they're trying to rip us off. Of what I was noticing, and they think, oh, that's how life is supposed to be. I'm like, no, it shouldn't have been this way in the first place.
Yeah, exactly. But anyways, guys, we're gonna end the show off, which is talking about a little bit about what
Hmm.
we've been watching and playing. So I have not been watching a lot of Netflix. The only thing
Same.
I've been watching a lot of like a bridge series. You know those like Dragon Ball Abridged on
Oh,
YouTube.
on YouTube, yeah.
I've been watching that
Classic.
just like on like kind of like going
Like
back.
Dragon Ball, Yu-Gi-Oh, and other One Piece. I think One Piece had a name for the Bridge series. I think it's One Pace or something like that.
I don't know. I didn't know there wasn't a bridge series
Yeah, there was a
for One
Bridge
Piece.
series for One Piece as well.
Yeah, there's the Final Fantasy VII Abridged series.
Oh wow.
Yeah, there's a Final Fantasy VII Abridged series. Like it's the old classic game for the PS1, and then it's just like voiceover, you know. And I'm
Oh,
telling
that's
you,
cool.
it is funny as hell, bro. It is hilarious. Like the way that Barrett's voice actor talk. Oh my god, I tell you, you gotta go on YouTube and look up Final Fantasy VII Abridged.
Okay,
You're
look
gonna
it
have a
up.
blast, bro.
Yeah, it is my favorite Final Fantasy game of all time. A Bridge. Oh, okay, complete season one for an hour. Okay, then. Oh, Team Four
Yeah.
Star is the one that pretty much makes a lot of these things.
Yeah, Team Four Star. They're really good. And other than that, I just been playing. I downloaded this like Yu-Gi-Oh. Yu-Gi-Oh the card game.
Uh huh.
I downloaded the DS game for my phone. Like just I sailed the seven seas
Oh,
because
yeah.
if the game is not available for the DS, then I'm just gonna just do it
It's
the
just that
easiest
you
way.
just it's really hard to find physical copies of any of those games these days.
Yeah, they
Unless
don't
you
they don't
go
make
to
them
like a
anymore.
unless you go to a retro game store, but that's not guaranteed either.
That's not guaranteed
Or
either.
buy it on eBay, and some of them are expensive, like the Nightmare Troubadour. I think that's worth over $60 or more, if I'm not
Yeah.
mistaken.
Yeah, man. So I got that, and I've been enjoying it because I don't like what Yu-Gi-Oh has become. Like the new Yu-Gi-Oh cards and the new rules are ridiculous.
Oh god, the way where you do 1,000 special summons in one turn, do
Yeah, yeah,
OTK, a bunch of links and XYZs. It's just crazy. Like I do prefer the older Yu-Gi-Oh better. It definitely tests. You can win by skills and not by tax or something.
yeah. Like Synchro Monsters were not so bad. I think Synchro Monsters were okay,
Yeah,
but then like after
X is
that,
okay too.
yeah, but then after that, we got like monsters that are also a spell card.
Oh, yo, sorry, Pendulum. That's when I started like, wondering if I wanted to continue playing the game and stuff like that. And I still
Yeah,
kind of do, but I just don't haven't fully adapted them like crazy.
yeah. That's where I stopped. I said, you know what? Screw it. I'm just gonna go back in time and play with the old rules because I don't want to do this.
That's why a lot of
Fucking
people have like gold formats and other formats related to it that is back in the old days. I think there was another format from the 2011s or the early 2010s. I forgot what it was. But if I remember, I'll let you know about that.
Yeah, and that's what I've been playing. How about you, bro?
Me, what games I've been playing lately?
Yeah, and what have you been watching?
Oh, okay. Well, I've been watching Blue Exorcist lately. I've been really getting
Oh,
into the series.
oh, that's pretty old. That's from 2012, I think, right?
Yeah, but they recently got new anime seasons for Blue Exorcist since last year. So they have like
Ah,
three. They had three new seasons. The original one came in 2011. The Kyoto Saga that continues right after episode 13 or 14 of
hmm.
the first season that came in 2017. So it took a while. And then another 7 years later in 2024, they finally got the Shimane Illuminati arc. And for there, they had like a couple more seasons that they kept going until like
Mm.
early this year. So there's a lot of new Blue Exorcist content on anime English dub now.
Nice, nice.
Yeah, I'm really enjoying that series. Of course, I'm watching Anime Night with my friends. You should watch some of them with us sometimes in my server, my Discord server. We watched Spy X Family there. We watched Fairy Tail, Dragon Ball Kai. We
You use
recently
your Crunchyroll account?
no, I just sell the 7 Cs and get the animes in What Crunchyroll Live just so I could stream it
Yeah.
there because Crunchyroll would not let me directly stream on their website to Discord.
Ah,
So
okay, I gotcha.
unless I
You know
point the
what I've been
camera out
looking
to
for?
stream.
You know what
Uh-huh.
I've been looking for? I've been looking for season 4 of Yu-Gi-Oh! GX.
Oh, okay. Have you ever heard of a website called WCOstream.tv? I'm pretty
Wait,
sure you can find it easily there.
all right, can you send it to me on Discord? Because yeah, I don't want to like
Yeah,
get.
I just did. I just
All
did.
right, I don't want to get flagged on
No,
yeah.
we're not gonna promote it on YouTube. That's not
Yeah.
something we want to risk it. But I'm just saying that look it up. Look for the viewers here. Look it up online. You should be able to find it. That's
Yeah.
all I'm gonna say there.
By the way, any video games?
For video games, I've been playing, like I said earlier, Digimon Story Cyber Sleuth,
Mm.
complete edition on Switch, and basically, I prefer that over the modern Pokemon games. The animation for these Digimon is so much better. There's the Atelier games I've been playing, the Lady and Swell. Been playing a little bit of Atelier Sophie. I started playing a little bit of The Last of Us recently on PS4 and Cuphead on the Switch, and a little bit of Mario Galaxy 2 on the Wii, not on the Switch, because the two Nintendo prices are too much, like at $40 for a digital
Yeah.
copy of Mario Galaxy 2.
Nice.
Yeah, so I mean, I got a big backlog of games. I didn't even need a PS5 for a while, but there's certain games on PS5 I really want. So, and that's why I decided to get it next month from
Nice.
the pawn shop. That's where I'm getting it from, by the way. The pawn shop. They sell PS5s for like $300, and then in Black Wednesday they sell it for $250.
That's a deal because
Yeah.
I mean, it used to be that consoles will go down in price after like 1 or 2 years, but now consoles are going up in price after one
That
or two
don't,
years.
consoles only go down in price in the pawn shops. They don't do that in retail stores. I don't even touch those anymore because they're
Yeah.
just too high. Like $500 for a digital edition? Are you freaking crazy? And what $750 for the PlayStation 5 Pro without the
Yeah.
disc drive? You got to
Yeah.
be out of your mind, honestly.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. That's
Indeed.
why I am a PC gamer and I'm gonna use this
Yeah.
PC until it blows up. And
How
with
old is
that
your
being
PC, by the way?
oh, I bought this PC, what was it 2000? Yeah, I paid on my car 2000. I think it's 2021, 2022, around there.
Okay, the PC I'm currently using, technically the hardware inside is mostly from 2017. It's still going strong for the most part. But the case I upgraded since 2023 because the power button on the older case was not working anymore. And
Hmm.
then a friend of mine's on my birthday gave me another PC, which runs Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, no problem. Which I'm blessed because like I didn't expect that.
Mm-hmm.
So crazy. I got a free PC right there. So that's why I got two PCs right now.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, all right, dudes. It's been fun. We've done it. We're at like 1 hour, 1.5 hours. So
Yeah.
we're about just done here. It's been a lot of fun.
Oh yeah.
And make sure to follow Macbo, Macbo
Macbo
Gaming
Gaming.
YouTube channel. Click the link in the description to
Thanks a
follow
lot
him.
thanks a lot for having me here, by the way.
Oh yeah, it's been fun, man. I used to have like used to stream with other group of friends, but I became really busy doing other things, so we kind of like um
Yeah,
it
most
kind
of
of fell.
my real life friends I haven't been contacting too much. I have a few that still does, but a lot of them just moved on with their life. They become more busy. It's pretty normal,
Yeah,
normal
that's
sort of
pretty
thing in
much what
life.
happens.
If you can still have a few friends still through your late adulthoods, then at least you're doing well.
Yeah, man. Yeah, but I'm glad I can do these at least once a month or so, or
Yeah,
whenever I have the time.
yeah, I will probably go back to doing it next month, once a month as well.
But all right, guys, it's been fun. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you so much for watching. Follow Macbo.
Yep.
Also subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And
Hmm.
everybody, good night and Godspeed, baby.
Take care, guys. Magbo out, and I'll see you all next time.
Peace out.
Bye bye.